My spidey senses are tingling. You're about to get separated from the army. I wish I could quit. I wish I could just be like, I'm done.
Dude, I'm on profile, so I can't really do too much of anything. I can't even stand for more than 30 minutes. So he was like, no, I didn't ask you. You're lying. Don't call me a liar. I don't like being called a liar.
Those are just some of the highlights that I showed in the last video. I will link it down below so you can watch the original unfolding of this. But we seem to have a little bit of an update on our favorite Army specialist, no longer specialist, I guess you could say honor specialist, as it looks like the Army has rained down their punishment and they have awarded some kind of Article 15 to essentially do some damage to this girl's career. You guys were in the comments going insane. I loved the reactions, and there were a lot of people that had some interesting thoughts on her service as she hated the Army and just wanted to leave. For example, Fallujah Marine 0311 Infantry, by the way, it says, my job almost took my life, is what she said in the video. It says laughs in 0311 from Fallujah. Yeah, that was the Battle of Fallujah where, like, they overtook the city and people were actually hurt and, like, their lives were actually in danger. So I get the joke there. That was hilarious. Seymour 10 says, she seems like a nightmare. I feel bad for whoever is in charge of her. So yeah, it does appear that you guys have some not so great feelings on her. But, you know, I'd say there is a change of tone for this soldier as they've been awarded their NJP and now see the brighter future, or the grass is greener on the other side. But their video has more questions than answers, and here's why.
No, I'm not at the military. I'm still in. Do I know when I'm going to get out? Absolutely not. Absolutely. I've never been more in the military in my life. I got extra duty. And if you a civilian and you don't know what extra duty is, you basically a glorified janitor. And that's your punishment for all the wrongdoing.
So the first realm of punishment we have here is her having extra duty, which we know there's restriction that's out there, where I'm surprised she's able to have her phone. A lot of times they put military members in barracks where they have none of their stuff besides their uniforms. That's all they can wear. And essentially you're isolated. It's like being in a prison almost at that point, but you have to show up every so many hours, sign in, check in with people, and you have to do extra cleaning and stuff after hours where they make up tasks for you, which, by the way, funny thing for a lot of people that aren't military that maybe don't understand this, guess who has to be there when they do it? Some other leader that has to stay around and watch her clean. So while people probably could be doing better other things, they have to wait around for her to be done in order to actually move on with their lives. So the punishment is really falling on other people as well. I'm just going to put that out there so people understand.
That you have done. They also took my rank. As you can see, it's empty right here, baby. I'm a fuzzy. I'm a private. I ain't getting paid. So I'm basically just working for free.
You know, the Army does it automatically, so it's not like there's anything crazy. She was a specialist. However, for her to say she went all the way from an E4 to an E1, nothing, is a little confusing, because I'm sitting here and I'm like, does that mean she went to court-martial? Does that mean she had other stuff going on? Because typically, if it stays within the command with non-judicial punishment, that typically means that they would only be able to take the one rank away from everything I've ever read from the JAG manual. So looking at that, I'm just confused, because I'm like, she must have been in more trouble than what we were thinking. On top of that, she still has her phone and she's in her car. So I'm just like really confused. And on top of that, she's like, I don't know when I'm going to get out. So she did mention mental health stuff previously, which that could be a factor still as well. Or she's just waiting administrative separation, which I'm like, that could have been from the court-martial or NJP as well. So just going to put that out there.
I will say that my mental is 10 times better than it was a few months ago. And I'm so grateful for that. So am I bummed I got extra duty? Yeah. But at the same time, I'm happy that I'm sane. I'm happy that I have peace of mind. And I'm blessed enough to make lucrative income outside of the military. The biggest takeaway from this whole situation, everything that's been going on, nobody is going to help you. You have to get the help yourself. Nobody is going to help you. No matter how much you cry, no matter how much you complain, no matter how much, nobody's going to help you but you. It is your responsibility to take care of your mental, get the help that you need, so you're not out here going crazy.
Okay, she brought it up. I didn't bring it up. She brought it up. And I'll tell you guys, I left it out of the video. I left this out of the video. By the way, first off, I'm going to say congrats that your mental health is doing better. I always commend that. If people can feel better and use resources, awesome. We're not here to shame you on that. But I will say the craziness that everybody was talking about in the comments was allegedly, supposedly, allegations of having O to the F have to not put that whole word out there where people share content that they make on their side hustle here. Yeah, YouTube will flag the entire video. That's why I have to say it all cryptically like that. It's annoying. But yes, this soldier is active duty, but also creating content on the side. Now, I don't know the legalities of that. I have no idea. I do know that this person also is on their Instagram page doing like wig creator stuff where they're showing off different hairstyles and things like that. So they have more than one stream of revenue that's out there. But it is good that she has extra money because nobody wants their money taken away or to not survive. But I'm assuming based on this as well that the Army's making her work for free by taking away her pay. Now, by the way, I mentioned in my last video as well that she went out without having any housing allowance and was paying for her own apartment as well. So I'm like, she is taking a huge pay cut from this. Now, I don't know how much she's making on the other stuff, but it better be holding her up at this point.
I decided to continue to do things that make me happy. Girl end up, doing a little shopping or whatever because the cleaning supplies they got here stink. I don't know. They don't use regular cleaning supplies in the military like Fabulous. They don't use that, baby. So I took it upon myself, do a little shopping. They ain't got no soaps in the women's or men's bathroom. I don't know about the men's bathroom, but the women's bathroom ain't got no soap. I brought some pads, some tampons, to help the girls out. Bleach, because ain't no bleach to clean the floors. Toilet bowl cleaner. Because if I'm going to be cleaning, I want it to be clean. I want it to smell good. I don't want to smell that stanky stuff. But yeah, that's what your girl been up to. And this is day what?
And so I'll tell people that, yeah, Fabuloso in the Navy is very common. Very common to put down drains and try and make things smell better than they do. But Army, apparently not. But not wrong. How come we've had brownies, a little paper towels, no real cleaning supplies? It's like we just mix water around. So I do understand that. But I'm also like, the Army took your money away, but then also is your bane of your existence and you're putting money back into it. It's kind of like this backwards. If you feel fulfillment out of that, go for it. By all means. I don't want to have you not do it if you like doing that. But I'm going to say, like, you're not going to get any other points for it. But as I was making this video, I actually did notice her caption, which answers a couple of questions I made in the beginning of the video. I should have read that, but that's me just wanting to watch it. But here she says she's not being chaptered out. She says, I can't be chaptered out due to my behavioral health history, so here we are. Doing extra duty for the next 42 days, but I'm just so grateful to be in a better headspace, and I'm also so grateful for you guys continuing to support me and giving me the opportunity to step out on faith and follow my dreams despite what obstacles I face. I refuse to let anything or anyone take away who I am as a person again, so I will continue to give. So yeah, looks like they're staying in until maybe their medical board will go away. A lot of people don't understand this, but to be administratively separated, I don't know the legality or what they did here. I've known medical as secondary to this, to getting somebody out. So essentially, they probably threw her a bone. They probably did to not totally ruin her, which, some people are saying she should be ruined in the comments. That was their takeaway from what she'd posted on social media. I don't know if they weighed in on that or showed that at her NJP. And a lot of people had the same questions as I did, essentially saying, like, why did you jump from E4 to E1? No idea. There's a lot more questions, which somebody put there saying field grade, but I'm like, I still have never seen that no matter what level they're at. Typically, there are limitations on non-judicial punishment, so I'm still confused by that. Jadabu says, not getting paid? What the hell? And then someone says, it's what happens when you get a big demotion, like she's practically almost a civilian. Yeah, she's been demoted, but she's not almost a civilian. She essentially is here going to get a half month's pay. Now, they can do that for up to 2 months. That does not include if you get other allowances such as housing allowance and things like that that are part of it, because those are for housing or for food. So she doesn't have those, but to let people know, it is off of your base pay rate that's there. So that's why that's happening. But, you know, I want to see what you guys think. Do you guys think that these punishments were enough? This kind of like extra duty days, loss of rank, pay reductions. Do you think that is cumulative well enough and allowing to get a medical discharge essentially? Do you think that is worthy enough from what you saw based off only her social media and kind of not getting the full backstory as far as the administrative part, even with what maybe was going on at her work, because we know there were other problems there as well?